It started with a recap. Then it had a theme song.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Now get ready for the next evolution of DnDnD4Slutz.
Sluts.
A minor improvement to production value.
Whores in this house, there's some whores in this house, there's some whores in this house, there's some whores in this house.
Now get your boots, hang your coat for this.
Dungeons and Dragons.
On a phone just for pictures of this.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Make it rain if you wanna see some.
Dungeons and Dragons.
The Dragnanigans have levelled up following their bout with the friendly merchant Judius Betroy. The most important thing to note is that at the first sign of danger, Rick can go invisible, and Juno can now punch ghosts.
Afraid of the dark? Punch it! Shoutouts to the best Pokemon, Quillfish.
Time has passed though, and while Odeon feels great about Judius's death, we all feel a little tense, knowing that we've potentially just made several enemies. Footsteps sound up the sewer, and a gentleman in a dark patched cloak and black plants appears. He introduces himself as a Lothran.
Hello there.
The mage who lives in the Pillar of Purpose. He suggests that we've potentially drawn the eyes of more dark forces. He appears to know a little bit about the spheres, but he isn't quite forthcoming. But he does tell us to stick with our plans and head to Ariton. To escape town in the wake of Judius's death, our best bet is to see the bar owner Thurguna and see if she has anything we can ferry to Ariton for her. Kaisan learns from a Lothran about the tattoo he received, a symbol connected to the Raven Queen. We don't know much about that besides. Before he leaves, he tells us to come visit the tower another time. When we leave the sewers, we do so under the guise of searching for the missing person. The city guardians are in chaos, and Thurguna prompts us to clean up and go straight into hiding. She tells us we're going to chaperone Gary with an N, not Karen with a G, to Ariton. Garen, the young man who helped us get the tickets to the ball in the episode before last.
So what do you think of your new assistant?
I want to punch you in the face so bad right now.
We don't know his age, and while he doesn't seem smart, he definitely knows more than he lets on. Thurguna gives Gary with an N a horse named Buttons, and we make our way out of the city. Garen also negotiates a few silver coins for taking care of our horses, which we regularly forget about. As a reminder though, the horses' names are Agola, Freya, Iro, Paddy and Sugar Noodle, and now Buttons. In the time since Judius's death, a checkpoint has been set up at the city's exit. Garen shows the Vax family seal and the letter he has. Rick is disguised as a child so as not to draw attention with either his Monopoly Man or anime titty disguises. There's some tension over whether we'll get through, but eventually we do, and we're on the road. We find a place to camp. Lokiana has some time thinking about the letter she received from the Vulture. She's curious about greater happenings in the world, but not so massively invested. Our DM cries. On Rick's watch, Leah appears, red-haired and dressed in green.
A red wig and a
Green.
dress? I don't think.
Leah reminds him that his accuracy needs work because he's a crap shot. Juno takes her watch and thinks about punching ghosts. She gets a voicemail message. Info has led to a Povan spy funneling sensitive information from high up in the Edinorian court. We'll be in touch soon. Pia. We pull up to a trading post and find a bunch of animals in cages. The shop is called Hector's House of Animals. He has a blink dog, which Odeon buys and names Romeo. Kaisan buys a mastiff. Rick buys a tiger and names her Carol.
I am never gonna financially recover from this.
Odeon takes watch that night and has his own little dream sequence. He sees a man in a chair Odeon touches the figure. The head rises up. It's Judius. There's a red line where his head was locked. Judius smiles as his head falls to the ground and says, "I'm not as dead as you think I am." Raising the question, maybe she's born with it.
Maybe it's PTSD.
On the road, we see what appears to be an eagle hunting its prey. As we get closer, however, we see it's not an eagle, but an enormous rock.
Oh my god, a giant rock!
No, not that rock. The rock. No, not Dwayne The Rock Johnson. A rock. Like R-O-C. The bird. A big bird. No, not that big bird. Anyway, it comes flying at its full pelt. We go charging with the horse towards a cave, but the rock is faster than all of us. We make a few good stretches of running, but Odeon tries to feed his horse the magical drugs, which causes it to cast all sorts of weird spells. First, the horse gains imperviousness to alcohol, then the horse casts mirror image, and then it turns into a pot plant.
I am so random, I can't believe I just did that. Sorry.
Rick uses his power of illusion to confuse the rock, but it's not really super successful, though he does get to use his power to teleport after taking damage for the first time. We make it to the cave, but 3 of the horses, Freya, Patty, and Agola, all die.
Hello world, this is me. Life should be fun for everyone.
In the back of the cave, there's a 3-foot tall rod that we find, engraved with leaves. A note on it says, "For your aim." And Rick knows it's for him, from Leah.
I don't know. What are you doing here is the question.
I'm here. Can you hold this?
Yeah, sure.
I brought you a present. It's this.
Rod. And that is that on that.